Well, hello there, NFL fanatics. It's your host here once again, and I am back to do the NFL picks, this time for the divisional round. Now, before I do that, NFL fanatics, I want to tell you out there, NFL fanatics, how I did last week in a wild card weekend playoffs matchups, okay? I was 3-1. Not really bad at all. Almost a perfect week for a wild card weekend. The only game I got wrong was I picked Oakland. Yes, I know that their starting quarterback did not perform because he was injured in week 17. Hey, you ever heard a word called upset? So I was not very happy. The rest of the games I got right. Seattle won. They beat Detroit. Pittsburgh beat Miami. And last but not least, Green Bay demolished the Giants. Aaron Rodgers came up clutch with a Hail Mary right before halftime, and the Giants just fell apart. Hey, at least you guys made the playoffs, the teams that lost in the wild card round. Okay, let's move on to the division round. And I think this will be a better matchups, better scores, hopefully. I was not very happy in the wild card round because I thought one of these um, games will be close, but all of them were blowouts. And I was not very happy, but whatever. I still watch it regardless. Okay, the first game will be Saturday afternoon or evening. I just say afternoon, late afternoon. The Atlanta Falcons will be at home versus the Seattle Seahawks. Atlanta is had a great season, so that's awesome. Matt Ryan is one of the best quarterbacks out there for in the NFL. Okay, I know there's a lot of great other quarterbacks out there like Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and etc. Now, if I messed up, I'm sorry. Okay, I am not a perfect guy out there. Okay, sorry about last week. I messed up. Um, I'm going with Atlanta. Now, if this was in Seattle, this would be a different ball game. I'd like to see Atlanta move on to NFC Championship game. You know, let's move on to the next game, and it'll be a Saturday night game. The New England Patriots will be at home versus the Houston Texans. I'm going with New England. You know, they had a first round bye. They had an awesome season. I love Tom Brady. He's a hell of a quarterback. Belichick is freaking awesome. No, I'm not a Patriots fan, but I know he's freaking good, Tom Brady and Belichick. You know, I think, from my opinion, everyone out there in the NFL cheats. They just don't get caught. You know, you cannot really. He's freaking good, Tom Brady. You know, he's a future Hall of Famer. Picking the Patriots, I'd be shocked if the Houston comes up with a huge upset. Okay, another games will be Sunday. This one will be a Sunday afternoon game like last week. The Kansas City Chiefs will be at home versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Kansas City is very, very tough. I think they finally got over a hurdle. They lost last year in a wild card round against Houston. I'm so glad they're not meeting up this time around in the wild card round because other teams they lost and Kansas City won the division, so they earned their right to host a playoff game. I really like to see Kansas City go to the AFC title game, but I think Pittsburgh has more experience and they've been there before. But this might be an upset. But I'm going Pittsburgh for an upset pick. For some reason, Kansas City is not the upset. They're the favorite. So don't let me down, Pittsburgh. I'm not a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, but Big Ben and the other guy's been there before. Okay, now for Sunday evening or afternoon, late afternoon, let's just say that. The Dallas Cowboys will be home versus Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Dallas earned their right to have home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and they met a few times in the playoffs. The last time they met in the playoffs was that they thought it was a catch, but it was not a catch from Des O'Brien. I think it was a playoff game, but Green Bay won. They didn't get very far, but I hopefully to see Dallas goes on to the NFC title game. But a lot of people don't want to see Dallas. They want them to fall apart in the playoffs. I think that'd be the first time ever that two dome teams go at it in the NFC title game. But if one of those teams, like I mentioned for the NFC game, like if Seattle wins and if Green Bay wins, I think Green Bay has a better record than Seattle, so they will host the title game, or it could be Seattle. Either or, probably gonna get their butt kicked in the Super Bowl regardless, because it's AFC is gonna win probably regardless. I could be right, I could be wrong. It all depends on these games, and it might be upset. So don't judge me because I make mistakes. Okay, now here are the percentages for the division round. Atlanta and Seattle matchup: 77% Atlanta and 23% Seattle. So if you pick in Seattle for an upset pick, there you go. The Patriots and Houston matchup: 98% Patriots and 2% Houston. They only give 2% chance for Houston to beat the Patriots. That's going to be very, very tough. Okay, other games. The Kansas City and Pittsburgh matchup: 39% Kansas City and 61% Pittsburgh. Okay, the other game, last but not least, Dallas and Green Bay matchup: 56% Dallas and 44% Green Bay. So everyone has a great chance to move on to the title game. You know, the championship Sunday one. The only one who don't have a good chance is Houston. I don't know why, they just don't give them a chance. Probably because they are facing Houston. So that wraps it up for my recap for the wild card weekend. Those are my picks for the division round. If I mess up, sorry. And last but not least, those are the percentages on the division round, okay? So I see you guys sometime next week for Championship Sunday. I'm going to miss football when it's all over. This past Monday, college football national championship game was epic how it ended. If you've seen it, it was epic. If not, you can see that online. So hopefully these games for the division round could top the college rankings. Maybe, maybe not. If it's all four blowouts, I'm not going to be a happy camper. I love NFL playoffs, but come on, NFL. I mean, come on, guys. I know it's blowouts for the playoffs, but I don't want all dominations for the playoffs. I want some close games, maybe some overtime, make it a little longer. But let's see what happens. This is your friend here, Rai. Here's sign off. Good luck with your picks, and I'll see you next edition. I am sign off. Thanks for listening.